I think this is a real challenge, and I see my colleague, Mr. Cohen, up here from Tennessee, and I think that the challenge among progressives and members of the Congressional Black Caucus has really been finding our voice with this administration. And I would say that it has been a similar challenge with all the great organizations outside that I depended on and was part of for years as progressives, finding our voice in learning when and how to strategically challenge the administration when it's appropriate. And all I would say to you is that we do President Barack Obama a tremendous disservice by being silent or muted or just plain scared to say anything. I don't think it helps this president at all, and I think, in fact, what we've seen is that the loudest voices, the more conservative voices in the Democratic caucus, the blue dog voices, are raised incredibly loudly, especially compared to their representation. I mean, it's rather odd. I mean, quite disproportionate, in fact, I think. And as progressives, I was just at a meeting of the Progressive Caucus, actually, before coming over here this evening. And without going into the details, we were trying to discuss an agenda and putting together a strategy. And, God love us, because I've been in tons of these meetings over the years, and boy, we got a lot of issues, don't we? And we just think that whenever there's an opportunity, we should list all of them to work on as priorities. And we can't do that. I mean, we have to pick and choose priorities. We have to pick and choose battles that we're willing to fight and win on. And we cannot allow everybody under the sun to describe themselves as a progressive and then to default. In fact, when I ran for Congress, I actually ran against somebody who was a member of the Progressive Caucus. And I challenged him as a progressive. And so I think that we get a little confused. And I've been very clear. I will describe to you one instance of even mild criticism. And after the president announced his new Iraq strategy and policy and the withdrawal plan, call me silly. I mean, I went on to the national news and I talked about the plan and I criticized it. Because to me there were some problematic aspects of where it would leave us and where it's taking us. And so I did, and it was very mild criticism, and it was as though the earth had split open on its own. And I think that we're going to have to get smarter about this because we have big issues coming up. We have health care coming down, and right now we're kicking and screaming to fight for a simple public insurance plan option like Medicare. And that's not even the whole bill. It's just fighting for the structure that allows us to put it into place. And that's the fight that we're in now. And if progressives lose our voice, we're going to lose this fight. And when we lose, losing on this one is really huge for us because it's a long time. On energy, the minute the president talked about the potential of a carbon tax or cap and trade, oh my gosh, again, the earth split open. And, God love us, because the earth is going to split open if we don't do something about our energy use and consumption. And but as progressives, we haven't quite found our voice in terms of offering the appropriate critique of this administration. And you know what? He needs us to do it. And the reason that he needs us is because it will make him a stronger and a better president. It will make him more progressive. It will make him less likely to have to always bow to the conservative wings, not just of the Republican Party, but of the Democratic Party. And so what I would urge you, and there's no applause necessary, because what I would urge us all to do is to find our voice and to use it. It doesn't mean using it indiscriminately, but it means using it appropriately so that the president knows that we have his back as progressives, and it enables him and this administration to succeed in ways that it will not if we don't have a voice. And so That was like a long answer to a very short question.
Donna Edwards.